Well, congratulations on this show. I believe it's going to be quite a talked about series. I've seen 4 episodes and was hooked from episode 1. How did you all? Did any of you pitch it? Did you just come on board? How did it all evolve? This show.
I think I've forgotten now.
It's always existed.
Yeah. So I was introduced to Marlon. I used to work at Channel 4, and I was the head of international drama there. And in post, in that role, I was introduced to Marlon by one of our fellow EPs, Leopoldo. And who's been very much with us all the way through the journey of making the show as well. And we just got talking about the ambition to do a really cool, really groundbreaking, iconic female character-driven show that explored essentially the sort of post-colonial landscape between Jamaica and the UK, and all of which felt like a really exciting opportunity.
There's probably a dinner napkin somewhere that somebody's going to auction on eBay. Because I think the first time I remember writing anything for Millie, I was on book tour, so it was probably in a hotel room on either dinner napkins or on hotel stationery.
Okay.
By this or producer Leopoldo, and saying, "What do you think about this?" and so on. And honestly, that's kind of how it began. There's a short story I wrote years ago, which is kind of a precursor. But in the short story, the main character is a forensics investigator, not even a cop. It's sort of happened in that way. It's kind of, I mean, I grew up in a family of cops, so it was almost inevitable, honestly.
And then I joined the project during the post process, and we just kept honing it. And I was really attracted to. I really loved Marlon's voice first and foremost, which is just so and crackling and just full of energy. And the cast I thought was amazing. I'd never seen Jamaica like that before. So we just kind of like, the show was, when I joined the show, it was kind of an embarrassment of riches. There was so much stuff. And we all worked together to continue to just kind of hone it and focus it and find the things, the diamonds, and make sure that the diamonds were sparkling.
Well, it certainly sparkled from what I can see so far. And please tell me, I mean, it's important for producers to keep the budget down. Did you stay in budget and no dramas there from people above?
This is not a high budget show.
We're well behaved with the budget.
Yes. I mean, to be honest, it was, I don't want to say it was easy to keep it within budget, but the production values go a long way in terms of filming. It was challenging in Jamaica, but it's just the most incredible country to film in, because essentially you point a camera anywhere and it looks incredible. So we managed to get a lot of bang for the buck, but also it's a co-finance show between HBO and Channel 4. We had 2 territories, 2 broadcasters coming in and contributing to the budget meant that we had a healthy amount of resource.
Yeah, but I also think the Jamaican cast and crew really made it count. I think that they took it very seriously. They realized what an opportunity it was for the city, for the country, for our cast and crew, and I think kind of took ownership of it. And really were committed to this thing being the best it could be.
Well, in Australia, Jamaica and the West Indies are very well known for cricket. So was there any cricket played on set or in the background?
Definitely football, not cricket.
Yeah. There's a cricket joke, though. There is a cricket joke.
There is. Exactly,
Episode 3, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I saw in episode 1, maybe there's some people were carrying cricket bats to attack.
Oh, that's a sharp eye.
Not knowing which cricket wants to be remembered, but
yeah, they should have been using those cricket bats to play cricket, obviously, because it's a dark sequence. But
it is. I mean, yes, it is. But it is again. Jamaica is part of the Commonwealth, as is Australia, and I think it's there are just things there are just things that have in common. I think it's one of the reasons why it would resonate with Australians, because we all have a complicated relationship to the UK. And that's part of it too. The complicated, not always great, but always somewhat, inextricably linked relationship. And I think that with the rest of the Commonwealth.
Yeah. And those qualities are really personified in Millie as well. She has a very, very complicated love-hate relationship with the UK.
Yeah. To wrap it up, I mean, congratulations again, but the casting needs to be mentioned. It's very interesting casting, different. Just individually before we go, what was the biggest challenge of casting for you all? Or did you all pitch other people, or did you get who you wanted?
I think we got who we wanted. Sometimes who we wanted was a surprise. There's this great, sometimes you hope for in casting where even before the actor even knows the full extent of the role, they just take possession of it and you realize this is your character. And I think that happened a lot where somebody who I wouldn't have thought, but they nail it and they go, oh my God, that's Millie. Oh my God, that's Hibiscus. And I think, and that happens so often that we just knew we had a cast that would just sort of electrify each other. And it was really interesting, particularly with the cast members who have never acted before, to watch them play off really, really seasoned but generous actors who kind of up their game.
Yeah, obviously Chyna epitomizes that, and her role is just stellar. It's just, what she, considering her level of experience, what she brought to her commitment to it, her talent is just phenomenal. But a shout out also needs to be made for Daniel, who's obviously
Jomo.
Yeah, Jomo Dixon is a young Jamaican actor who again was coming into a troupe of actors who were, very, very experienced at an international level, and just was easily just in good company and just delivered an exceptional performance as well. And
Janet,
who played Janet, I think just breathtaking. I came on after the casting process, but I really I have been floored by the cast, and I feel really lucky that I got to work with a lot of them during the post process, doing some ADR with folks, and their commitment, their fearlessness, their craft, their generosity to one another and towards the show. I think they're all amazing.
Yeah, and obviously, our directors, led by Tanya Hamilton, just got phenomenal performances of people. Just coming to the directorial role with just real both craft and patience, just to make sure that everyone's carried along at the same level. But yeah, it was not the easiest process in terms of getting those performances, but just the results are evident on the screen, right?
Well, thank you very much, Jami, Simon, Marlon. Lovely to speak to you both, and see you down under sometime. There's a lot of productions that happen down here. We might see you on set.
That sounds like fun.